Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Camp Fitch news. I hope all of you cool cats and kittens had an amazing week, and we got a lot of really exciting stuff coming your way. First off, we're going to take a walk about camp, see what's going on, see what's new and exciting at the Ecology Lab and the Nature Center. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Today on our walkabout camp, we ended up here at the Boardman Rotary Nature Center, and we're going to go on inside and see what's going on. Follow me. Oh, what a special treat. We got J Money himself in the Nature Center.
Hello.
J Money, how are you doing today?
Good. How you doing there?
I'm doing good, thank you. What's going on today in the Nature Center?
I'm just finished cleaning up the tanks and started feeding some of the animals. How are you doing today, Tony?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. So, what is your favorite part of the Nature Center in here?
Probably, I don't know if I have a favorite.
It's too good to pick.
Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite. I think everything's my favorite.
Awesome. I love it. Well, yeah, this is our Nature Center. We do a lot of really cool reptiles and amphibians classes in here during our outdoor education season, and a lot of nature art and hanging out with the animals in our summer season. Let's go check out the other part of the building, which is our Ecology Lab. Follow me. Thanks, J Money.
You're welcome.
All right, we are here in our awesome Ecology Lab, and oh look, Nina's back here. How's it going, Nina?
It's going well. It's going well. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. What are you up to today?
Well, today I am working on expanding the mural here in the Ecology Lab. This is something that we started about this time last year, and a year ago managed to get the willow tree done and the different layers of the soil and the layer of grass, but the big picture for this is to one day have a pond going and then just to fill it out with a bunch of different flora and fauna that are native to this part of Pennsylvania. So just using all this downtime to try and get ahead on that again. I'm painting a rough pond right now, and then I'll go through and I'll add more detail later. But I just wanted to get paint on the wall today, so that's what's happening. And yeah, this is the Ecology Lab. And then this is where we teach like our pond study classes. And the the goal is to, in my head one day, get these benches out here so we have more of an open space, because right now they kind of get in the way of our pond study classes. And this is the front of the room, and usually we teach our classes from up here, or at least that's where I teach my classes from. And we have like our nice big industrial microscope that's great for like really fine details. Kids can pick up things that they don't typically see on the microscopes that we provide them. What like the big dream is to eventually have this bit renovated so that we like have like a nice big projector hanging from the wall, and then we can like have the different like macroinvertebrates that these kids are finding projected onto the wall instead of them having to like look at this little teepee. But this is meant to just be sort of like an exploratory space for kids where they can come in and they can like take different water samples or look at different leaves. And we also have over here these grow lights. And as you can see, our farm manager, Cassidy, has been going through and she's actually starting her seeds for the spring. And so they're all over here. I haven't had too many conversations with her about her seeds, but it's looking like we've got I see some peppers, some carrots, some corn, a dragon gourd, I've never heard of that before. Lots of different flowers and herbs, tomatoes. So hopefully we'll have like a really good selection of plants and produce in the near future. She's starting those seeds in these seed bags over here. And then these are just kind of some things that I have constantly growing in the Nature Center. This is basically like my propagation station, if you will. So this is a clipping of a pothos plant, and just letting it root in water and then starting a bunch of different pothos plants. We'll be able to talk to kids about what like the different parts of the plant are, and you can point out that like when you want to propagate a plant, it's important to make sure that, or it's more likely to be a successful propagation if you trim it around the node of the plant, which is essentially where leaves come together. So if you look at it, this is what's called a node, because you can see this is where different leaves diverge, and typically roots are going to grow out of the nodes of the plant. So you want to make sure that those get immersed into water. It's always nice to be able to talk to kids about that. and just sort of show them how they can become little gardeners themselves. My favorite part of the ecology lab is probably the grow station over here, just because I really love to see like the plants grow and change over time. Like this kale plant that's over here, originally it was given to me as a gift from a friend, and it started off as this tiny little plant, and it wasn't doing too hot, but we threw it into some soil, made sure it had some water, and now it's thriving. It's gotten a little leggy because I don't really care about trying to make sure they don't get leggy. The grow lights are a little tall for them, but it's okay. They're doing well. They're thriving, and sometimes I like to feed the kale leaves to our turtles just to help support their diet, give them some more nutrients. So it's fun. Definitely one of my favorite places on Earth.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nina. It was so cool seeing the ecology lab.
Thank you.
See you later.
See ya.
Up next, we have a Camp Fitch correspondent all the way from Brazil. Take it away, Bruno.
Hey Tony, Bruno here from Brazil, and as you can tell, it's a wonderful day. We have a high of 75 degrees because the sun decided to shine brighter today. I want to take this moment to say that I'm so excited to see what camp is preparing for us this year, and I also can't wait to meet everyone, okay? I hope to see you all soon, and before I forget, this together. Oh, that's my friend Carlos. Back to you, Tony.
In severe contrast, I'm down on the shore of Lake Erie right by the dining hall, and as you can see, the waves are huge today. We have a big windstorm coming in. Right now the wind's going about 30 miles per hour, and we're expected to have up to 60 miles per hour gusts. The waves are projected to be up to 15 to 20 feet in some parts of the lake, and they're starting to creep up really fast. The swell is causing our beach to quickly decline, and I really fear for our beloved cherry tree. Oh, and my shoes wet. All right, time to go.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Hey Dave, look, got something to tell you. So you're gonna put the apple on the side of the potato. I think I'm gonna cut this and put it on the side of the potato. I hope this is right. Good?
Thanks for staying with us. Up next, we have a really awesome science experiment. Stay tuned.
My name is Lauren with Camp Fitch, and this morning we are going to be making cloud dough. So you need 3 ingredients: cornstarch, hair conditioner, and food coloring, as well as a bowl and a spoon. You want to put all of your conditioner, about a cup worth, in the bowl, and I'm going to add the food coloring now. Let's make it green today. So next, you want to take your cornstarch, and you want 2 parts cornstarch to 1 part conditioner. So because we have 1 cup of conditioner, we're going to do about 2 cups of cornstarch. And you want to add just a little bit at a time. And now it's starting to form a dough. So now, if you don't want to get your hands too messy, you can add some cornstarch to your hands. And start to mix it. I'm going to keep mixing this until I get all of the extra stuff off of my hands. So now, you should have this cool Play-Doh-like substance to play with. When you want to store your slime, go ahead and keep it in a bag. And if your slime gets a little bit dried out, you just have to mix a little bit more conditioner into it. Good luck making your slime. I hope you have fun.
Up next, we have a reflection of the week. Take it away, friends.
Tonight I'm going to focus on our blue candle of faithfulness and tell you a famous fable from Aesop's Fables. A fable is nothing more than a story, and instead of having human characters, it focuses on animal characters. And tonight's story is The Hare and the Tortoise. It's a pretty famous story, so you probably heard it, but this version has a little bit of a different ending than maybe you've ever heard before. So once upon a time, there was a hare who was making fun of the tortoise, and he asked him, "How do you ever get anywhere? You are so slow." And the tortoise challenged the hare to a race. They decided that the fox would be a great judge, and they mapped out a race course that they were going to take, and the race began. Of course, the hare took off very swiftly and was halfway through the race before he realized that the tortoise had barely made any way at all. And to mock the turtle even more and to make him feel even more ridiculous for challenging him in a race, he decided he would lay down and take a nap. When he awoke to great cheers from all of his forest friends, and they were cheering on the tortoise as he crossed the finish line first. Well, this didn't sit very well with the hare, so he did some soul searching and decided he would challenge the tortoise to another race. The tortoise agreed, and this time the hare ran the race swiftly without taking a break or taking a nap. And he, of course, won that race. Well, the tortoise decided that he needed to focus on his strengths or his core competency and mapped out a new racetrack for them to do the race one more time. And this time, the hare took off just as swiftly as ever and was far, far ahead of the tortoise, who was trundling along at true tortoise speed when he came upon a great river. And the hare was stuck. He could not cross the river. And along came the tortoise, slow and steady, and he went into the river and crossed the river, came out across on the bank, crossed the finish line, and won the race. Well, by this time, the hare and the tortoise had become great friends, and they decided that they needed to try the race one more time, but this time working together as a team. And when they started the race, the hare put the tortoise on his back and ran swiftly to the riverbank. When they got to the river, the tortoise then put the hare on his back and swam safely across the river, and they crossed the finish line together as true friends working as a team. As you are all home in this very uncertain, scary time, I want you all to remember that we all have different times when we don't know the outcome, and it is through our faithfulness, our patience, and our perseverance that we will come out of this together. We are in this together, and tonight I will light my blue candle of faithfulness. We're going to rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, and constant in prayer. Romans 12:12.
Thank you all so much for watching this week's episode of the Camp Fitch News, brought to you by the CFF Network. We will be back same time next week with some more exciting content coming your way. So be sure to like, subscribe, and tell us what you want to see. Fair winds and following seas. Until we meet again, Camp Fitch.